Hello and welcome back to the Tim Foss YouTube channel, and today you find me in the mountains of North Wales because I have got my hands on a brand new Range Rover autobiography that I want to have a full look around. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tim and I'm an automotive photographer and videographer, and today we're going to be looking around this amazing car. So in all its beauty, as I said, here in the mountains of North Wales, we have the new Range Rover autobiography looking absolutely fantastic. So it has the black pack on it, this one, so it has the black wheels and the black around the windscreen. Also has black side skirts down here as well. And these cars, they do look amazing, don't they? So from the front, it just has, I feel like it has a really nice, clean, but muscular still look. The lights on the new one are much thinner than the old one. They're going for a more sleek look again, and I think it looks super, super nice. So this is in access mode at the moment, so it's on its lowest setting, and it just kind of hunkers down the car. I love the new grille as well with the kind of squares in there. I think that looks really, really nice. I'm not sure exactly what color grey this is. Let me know in the comments. But it's a little bit lighter than Chorus Grey that I have on my Defender. Got the Land Rover logos in the middle of the wheels. So the rear of the car then has these new kind of tail lights that are kind of drooping down the side, which I wasn't so keen on right at the beginning, but it's actually really grown on me. And again, I think the back of the car looks really, really nice. Everything is just a little bit softer. So the edges are not super sharp or anything like that. It's just a little bit softer, but the car just looks so modern. I think it's a huge step up from the old Land Rover, so the old Range Rover Vogue, but now it's obviously just called the Range Rover, but looks really, really nice. It has the dual shark fins on the top here, which are for all of your satellite navigation needs. And look at this, we're parked next to an absolutely beautiful river. As I walk up to the car, it should unlock automatically. There we go, took a little bit of time, but there we are. So on the interior then, this is a black interior with the kind of wood accents all around. So coming into the car, again, it just looks so modern and clean compared to the old cars. And as you might notice here in the center, it doesn't have the cluster that used to be there to change what mode you wanted on the car, etc. So all these things have been taken away, and I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a second. But yeah, again, just looking really, really clean and modern in here. With the black interior. These seats are absolutely incredible. They're just in any way you might need. They have heating, cooling, and also they have speakers in the headrest themselves as well. And this optional car has the panoramic roof as well, which just lets so much more light in the car. Obviously the interior specs to how you might want it. So you might want, you know, cream leather or whatever it might be, but you know, there's no denying that these interiors are really, really luxurious. So as I was alluding to and mentioning just before, there are no buttons anymore in the center. So you have your huge CarPlay screen, which is absolutely beautiful, and you have your kind of drive, neutral, reverse kind of selector and the on button, but that's it. That's all you have. The only other buttons you have are here on the steering wheel, and here on the left-hand side, you know, you can kind of change song, answer phone calls, do volume, and on the right-hand side, it's more your driving instruments. So, you know, cruise control, lane assist, heated steering wheel, etc. So they're the only buttons that you have. Really interesting. Obviously, Land Rover at the beginning, it was meant to be designed as something extremely functional, where you could have all the options that you needed right at your fingertips, whereas now it's right at your tappy tips. You have to tap everything on the screen. Okay, so as this screen is basically the biggest part of the infotainment, I thought I'd just show it a little bit more clearly. And this is the home screen. So you have your shortcuts for heated seats, AC, start, stop, etc. And here you can access different functionalities straight away in your driver modes. As I said, there used to be a switch down here, but now everything is in here. On this screen, you have your media, including going back to CarPlay or just playing kind of Bluetooth audio. And here you have your navigation, which just goes straight to CarPlay, as I have that connected. So moving across here, you also have an air quality sensor, which I think is actually really cool. It's nothing I've seen on a car before. I know Teslas and such have it. My Defender definitely does not. Tapping on it will give you more information, and the exterior air quality is excellent, and so is the interior air quality. Just keeps your air that bit fresher, but I'm right by the seaside, so the air should be fresh. Just scrolling across then, and these are your kind of four-wheel drive or off-road settings. So you have your wheel info, you can lock the differential there, you can see the ride height of your suspension. I have the wheels turned a little bit to the right at the moment, and you can see that displayed accurately there. We have the slope assist, so this has your kind of roll axis as well as your tilt. Currently, we're on a -1 degree slope, which makes sense. And then you have your compass as well to see where you're navigating. But I'm not sure anybody that owns this car is going to utilize these features to the maximum, that's for sure. And then, of course, you can enter into your cameras anytime you wish as well, which is really, really nice. So, you know, decent features on there. It's all on the screen. You can either love it or hate it. There is a lot of traffic out today because it is the bank holiday, Easter bank holiday weekend in Snowdonia. But actually, I have seen it much more busy than this in the past. But cars lined either side to go on hikes and walks, which is great. People exploring the great outdoors, and I'm here talking to you on the camera. I was just driving past and I had to stop by because look at this Defender. So this is the Lamberis Mountain Rescue car. They have another one there as well, and I think they have another just around here as well. I mean, isn't this just the absolute perfect vehicle for mountain rescue around here? So big up to the mountain rescue team of Lamberis. Because these cars look absolutely incredible, don't they? Oh, wow. It's so cool to see Defenders being used properly. And we actually have all the way up there, I don't know whether you can see, but there's a mountain rescue helicopter kind of hovering around. So I'm not sure what's happening, but you know, it is the Easter bank holiday weekend. So potentially things happening, but yeah, just wanted to stop and have a look at these three amazing Land Rovers. We just stopped off quickly by this beautiful river here in the valley, and the road is just running all the way alongside. And as I said, by those cars, they still have the mountain rescue up there. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, absolutely amazing weather here. And if you can see that up there, I don't know if you can or not, but there's snow on the peaks right on the top of the mountain. So really, really amazing. And then we have the car parked here, of course, just off the road. So yeah, looking absolutely amazing. What a drive and what a day this is. Here we are driving on the Welsh mountain roads. You just had a look at the outside of the car and some of the inside, but now let's talk about the driving. The first and biggest thing that is improved from the old Range Rover has to be the suspension. When you're going around corners and tight mountain roads like we're doing now, it's infinitely better. It's almost like the old one didn't have anti-roll bars, and it would sort of wallow around and really lean and roll, and it would kind of bounce, almost as if it didn't have dampers, because it would just kind of like bounce for forever. And this one is so much more planted on the road. And I know for an SUV you think, okay, it doesn't really need to be planted, but in no way does this feel less comfy. It feels more comfy than the old Range Rover, but as I said, it just doesn't feel as wallowy as the old one did. And some of the views and the scenery around here is absolutely exceptional. The next thing that I really noticed on this car compared to the old one is the turning circle. again, it sounds trivial, but because this has rear wheel steer, the turning circle is just so good. So you can, you feel almost like you're in a Mini because you're kind of nipping around, when you're either turning, right angles outside of roads, etc., like that. So the turning circle is absolutely fantastic. I was just getting the car washed before here, and I came to the wrong kind of area, and I had to do like a full kind of 180 turn, and it did it almost like a London taxi. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, honestly. So it just makes the car feel so much smaller, even though it is quite a big car. Goodness me, these roads are tight. Do 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 do. I don't want to scratch the wing mirror. All right, we're through. This scenery is absolutely incredible. It's so beautiful up here in North Wales, and a great place to kind of test and drive the new Range Rover. I've been in a few, but never driven one, so this is really, really nice to, really explore the car and find out what it's like. And for obvious reasons, it's night and day different to my Defender. In this car, being the autobiography, it has 38 speakers all around the car. Can you believe it? I don't know why it needs 38, but it's just, it's just crazy, to be honest, with all the speakers around the car. So, listening to music is just an amazing experience. I think it almost has like a subwoofer in the seat as well. And then it has speakers in the headrest and everything. So, it's really, really transforming the way you listen to songs and, kind of listen to music. It's almost like you could just, have your own kind of music concert in here. It's just so good. So again, driving, listening to music has just been absolutely amazing. Jumping up fences, got this beautiful river down here as well. This is absolutely amazing. So, suspension, the steering, the speakers, absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about some of the things that I'm not so keen on. Obviously, there's nothing I don't like. I mean, come on, the car's amazing, but it has a distinct lack of buttons on the screen. So anything that you want to do and anything you want to adjust or change has to be done on the big screen in the middle here. Now, the screen's beautiful and it looks amazing when it's kind of raised out of the dashboard here, but even just changing the the temperature in the car is a little bit more tricky because you've got to push buttons, and then it's got different arrows to change it up a lot or not a lot, so it's got like a setting you can go up half a degree or go up 2 degrees. In this Range Rover, they don't even have the kind of selector for the terrain modes, so that's been taken away now, at least from the center console here. So again, all you have is a gear lever to give you drive, neutral, reverse. So no selector for terrain modes anymore. Again, that is tucked away in the menu system. But again, how often are you using that in this car? I mean, most people will be driving these around cities or suburban areas, won't they? If you want to get a car that does do off-road really well, then I guess people will be buying the Defender now. And I guess that's the distinction that Land Rover are trying to make, because I've never seen a photograph from Land Rover with this car with any mud on it or even remotely off-road. I think in the launch video they had a dust or gravel, hard packed gravel track, but that's about it. So this car has never been kind of advertised with any dirt or dust on it at all. And the thing about the Range Rover was that you could tow your boat in and out of the water, but then it would be a nice family vehicle for when you are, in the, in your house or in the suburban areas, and it's nicer to drive. So it's very different, shall we say, to what it was kind of intended for at the beginning. So I am back on Anglesey after having an amazing drive around Snowdonia in the Range Rover. I think absolutely fantastic, capable car. There are some kind of tweaks on it and some quirks on it that are, modern cars, and it's the way that it's going. I'm not sure it's the way that I would like to go. I'd like to have a few more buttons to press, but overall, the drive, the ride quality, and everything about this car is absolutely exceptional and ready for 2024 and the future. So a definite huge upgrade and a fantastic car. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.